All right, everybody, we have build number 43 coming at us today. We are working on our strengthening of body weight, muscles, and endurance. We're also going to be using the jump rope and giving our trying our hand, giving ourselves a little bit of a test with some double unders if you want. As always, you can also just pretend with your jump rope. We are going to continue to start with the same core setup that we've been doing for this week, but we'll get started with a little warm up first. So hinge over those legs, take a couple deep breaths, deep inhale, and of course that exhale, and then walk your hands forward onto that mat. Spread your fingertips nice and wide, drive your hips back, grab deep into the core. Let your right heel drop back toward the ground and bend your left knee, then switch. Left heel drops to the ground, bend your right knee. And then again, we'll switch to the right and the left. And then drop onto your knees, hinge back or sit your hips back onto your heels, folding your toes under so that you can get a little stretch to the backs of the feet. And then we're going to go ahead and point our fingertips toward the knees, bend one elbow and then the other. Stretch through those forearms. And then turn your hands the other way. Palms are up. Fingertips still facing your knees. And then open your elbows toward the front and then let them like swing wide. So forward rotation and then flare wide, rotating out. Good. All right, and then sit back and just shake those hands out. And then we're going to do a little back set. So drop onto your hands, knees, and belly. Open up through your chest. Make sure that you're engaging through the glutes. And then just inhale and push your chest up. So depending on how much stretch you want in that back, you can bring your hands further back or further forward. So the more forward that you have them, little less intensity that you have as you straighten those arms. So the straighter you get your arms with your hands closer underneath your shoulders, then the more lift and pull you're going to have in that back. All right, grab deep into the core, just slide your hips back into your child's pose, and then let's get going with that dead bug. All right, flip over onto your back. Remember, it's all about how much effort you put into it and how much flexion that you find in your abdomen. Okay, so drive your low back into the ground, flex your rib cage toward itself. So almost feel like you're trying to support pulling everything together. You have to figure out how to breathe, and it does take time. It's not going to happen day one or even maybe week two, but figuring out how to hold that flexion, breathe into the core, and then move from there is what we're doing. And maybe you don't move today. Maybe you just stay still and you focus on finding the flexion through the abdomen, your pelvic floor muscles, deep interior core muscles. Extend and draw back. Just like with everything else, finding the core and building the core takes time. It takes time and consistency and awareness and commitment. You're not going to be able to contract and hold those deep interior muscles super duper quick. I still have to work on it. As the leg extends, it's going to get a little more difficult to keep that low back pushed into the ground. So watch it there. Stay in focus. Stay mindful of it. Extend. Pull back. Big flexions. Big extensions. 2 more. Each leg. Tighten in deep. If anything gets to be tough or difficult, or you feel like you're not doing it maybe right, just stay in the beginning part of the move. Stay in a place of the move that feels safe and comfortable for you and where you can develop the core in the right sequence, in the right manner. So we got to get that foundation going and build from the start to finish. You know, we can't all get where we're going day one. I'm still not. I still haven't gotten where I'm going. We're going to do our salamander next. Elbows down on the ground. Okay, so if a salamander is tough for you, then maybe you're not going to be moving your hair problem here. Maybe you're not going to be moving your hips to the side. Maybe you're not even going to be pulling the knee up. Maybe you just hold a forearm plank. That's fine. Otherwise, find which part of the move you can go with. You're going to pull that knee, rotate onto the side, pull the knee, and rotate. Flex into that belly. Remember, we want our rotation to come through the mid-back. Tighten deep, push back. Everything is working from that core start. 7, 8. Deep flexion first. Hold that support. 10. Whew. All right, coming up into a high plank, we're going to hit our super plank. So basically pulling opposite toe and hand toward one another again. Maybe you're just holding a high plank. Maybe you're just tapping your hands. Maybe you're just pulling your knees. Otherwise, if you can, try to bring opposite hand and toe together, keeping your shoulders up over the wrists. Trying not to wobble or twist too much. A little might happen. 10. All right, let's go into our side plank hip dips. So you're going to set up your side plank. If you need to have that bottom knee down, no problem. Drop and push. Driving up through that oblique. 7, go for big range. 9, 10. Rotate over. 3, dig in deep. 4, 5. How much flexion can you find first? 8, 9, 10. All right. Good job. Nice core start. All right, we are going to be working with that jump rope now. So you can pretend or you can join me with the jump rope. So I have not done double unders for years, actually. Maybe one here and there, but not a lot with them. So I'm going to just give it my best shot. We're going to be here for a minute, and I expect to mess up. I expect to be challenged, but that's the whole point. What I'm probably going to do is just find a rhythm with the jump rope and then try a double under, get some singles, and then a double, singles, double. We'll see how it goes. But really, there's no hardcore rules with it. We're going to be on a stopwatch so I can just keep track of our minute once we get started. All right. I'll tell you when to start. Find your rhythm first. Ready, set, and go. Already off to a raging start. Definitely gets that heart rate up a little higher. Halfway there. Oh boy. Almost there. time. Whew. All right. Well, definitely the challenge is felt. Heart rate's up. That's what we want. All right. Starting off. 30 squats. Open those toes. Straight ahead. Grab the core. Here we go. Sit down. Press up through those heels. Enjoy just being here for body weight. Sometimes I think we get lost thinking, always need to pack on heavier weight, always need to jump higher. And as you know, we definitely have those days, but it's also good to just move the body through space without that extra resistance. Play around with how you can get your form. Sit back on those heels. Really flex in. 3, 2, 1. 30 squats. All right, now we're going to go push-ups. We're going to hit up 20 push-ups. Chest between those thumbs. Think about your push-up as a moving plank, right? So get that high plank. Pull the elbows back just slightly. And your range is up to you as far as how far down you go. But always get that full extension to the top. 8. Get as deep as you can and lock into that core. 20. If push-ups aren't that difficult for you, try to give yourself a range, a target range. Set a block or a weight under your chest or rib cage, or try to drop that chest all the way to the ground without losing the core flex and tuck. All right, we're going to go lunges, a lunge push. All right, so that means you're going to set up a static lunge, drop that back knee as straight down as you can, and then we're going to lift up off the back toe. Okay, we'll count this one. 1. I'm going to just do 10 each side. 3, 4. Check in. 6. Figure out how to dig deeper. 10. What do you feel pushing? How do you feel the work? 7, 9, 10. Okay, back to the ground. We're going to hit up Commandos. If Commandos don't work for you, you can hold a high or low plank and shoulder tap. All right, here we go. 10 each arm. Well, we'll count them as a push-up. So every time you drop and lift, that's 1. Shoulders over those wrists. Here we go. Drop, drop, push, push. Try to set your hand right where your elbow was. 3. Lock into that core. How much push can you get off that one arm first before you slide up into the forearm hand? 8, 9, 10. All right, that's a round. Back to our jump ropes. See how it goes. All right. Ready and go. Whew. Keep it up. Do your best. Find the challenge. Practicing. Four seconds. And one more. Time. All right. You'll have to write me and let me know how yours are going, how your double unders are treating you. All right. 30 squats. Target your range. Figure out how low you can go. Try to figure out if you're pressing evenly through both legs. Halfway. Set into the body. Notice and feel and flex. 26. And 30. Nice job. All right. Heading into those push-ups. Not too fast. Visualize gaining that strength, building every single rep. Do you still feel your core? 19 and 20. All right. Starts to be all the core, kind of for me. Alrighty. Lunge, pushes. Deep lunge, big push. Just 10. That's it. Get aware of what's going on. Ten. Alrighty. Commandos. Keep those hips as level as possible. There's 10. 2 sets. Nice job. After our jump rope, taking us about 4 minutes. Ready and go. Come on. knew it'd be challenging in the garage. It's okay. We're there. Perfect. 30 squats. Here we go. Feel it. Figure out your range, flexions. Dig into those heels. 23. 28. 9. 30. Hit up those push-ups. Breathe with it. Find that plank position. Get your range. 18, 19, 20. Oh, those are getting tougher. Good. Lunge, push. Don't rush these. To build that flex of the leg. 10. Squared off hips. 8. 10. Commandos. You got it. We got it. Figure out where you can flex a little more. 5. Switch your lead arm unless you're alternating. 5. All right. One more round. 4 rounds total. 20 minutes on this cycle. Super good. Come on, Kelly. Keep your rhythm. Fifteen seconds to go. Dang it. We're there. All right. Good job. I hope you challenge yourself. Come on, range. Sink deep. Watch your pelvis, especially if you're going for range, which you should be, because we're not holding weight. So watch that pelvis, the bottom of the squat, that it doesn't tuck under. It's called a pelvic wink, or at least kind of how it's labeled. So watch that pelvis neutral to your shoulders, right? Straight down, straight up, push back. 26, 7, and 30. All right. Bring on those push-ups. We'll be at 80 for the day. Lock into that core. Slower and deeper is harder. Think of a moving plank. So your hips and shoulders drop together. Last one. Whew. All right. Lunge and push. Can you flex that core anymore? Can you flex your thigh anymore? 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. 7, 8. Keep those hips level. 10. Oh, Commandos. Lock that belly. Stick into it. Make sure you're not cheating or compensating. Make sure you're changing your lead arm. 3, 4, and 10. Nice job. Hinge back. Stretch to those arms. We're going to do one little bonus core set, and then we'll stretch. So let's lie on our back. We're going to start off with right at 20 minutes, you guys. That was good. About 4 minutes around, plus the jump rope, obviously. All right. Both legs straight up. Get your legs as straight as you can. It's fine if they look a little more like this. We are looking for that low back contraction into the ground. So right here, I can still grab my core here. But then once you kind of get that tuck, then you feel those transverse muscles, pelvic floor muscles, those deep abdominals. Here we go. Drop your right leg, twist your right elbow to the left leg, then left elbow to right. Here's 2. We're going to 20. 3. Your focus is driving that low back toward the ground, pulling the leg back up with the core. 6. 8. See if you can highlight different little sections of the abdomen. Flex that foot back. 14. You should definitely be burning by now. You have to create flexion and resistance for yourself. 18, 19, 20. All right, take a little second. Next one's going to be tough. We're only doing 5. They're going to go slow. You have options. We're going to do a hollow hold, which is low back pushing into the ground, legs straighten off, arms up, and then we're going to come into boat. And then we're going to lower down and then come back up. If that doesn't work for you, grab behind your legs, lower just as much as you can, envisioning though that you're going to get that low back into the ground and then tuck in. You can use your arms for support, but still try to take the brain to the core. Even if you don't feel it activating, as if you're keeping that muscle mind connection, one of these days it will, I promise. All right, so let's start in boat. Open out, ready, and pull. Hold, ready, and drop. Ready, pull, ready, drop. Ready, pull, ready, drop, ready, pull, ready, drop. One more, both ways. Pull, ready, drop, and then drop your feet. Roll onto your side, kind of like you're going to do an oblique V up. So we're going to do a banana hold. So you don't want to be all the way on the bony part of your hip. You want to kind of roll back on the fleshy part of your booty. Both feet together, lift here. That's an option, or both hands. Then pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing too crazy today. We'll do more another day. We're just going to kind of build some new ideas. Find your spot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Find that oblique. 5. Nicely done. All right. Come to seated. Toes out a little bit wider than your hips. Plant your hands behind. Lift the chest. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. If you can move your hands and you don't collapse into the back, just bring your arms in front. Keep the backs of the knees pushing toward the ground, and then maybe walk your hands forward a teeny bit more. Pull the toes back. Keep reaching forward. Maybe drop your elbows. You can try that. But we want to feel that stretch through the low back and your hamstrings. So this exercise day workout is a great one to use on the road. If you have the place and space bring your leg to the middle, left leg to the middle, cross your right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Again, lift up. If you need to use your hand to lift, then do that first. Use your right hand though, behind your right thigh. Lift up. Then we're going to try twisting. See if you can get your left elbow outside the right knee and then twist. So you can pack a jump rope and take, or pretend, or just get a glute bridge maybe for a minute. And then all the other stuff you can do in a very confined space, day after day after day. It'll get boring, but it'll keep you going. Even a 2-week work trip. All right, unwind. Twist to the other side. Whew, I felt that in my back. All right, lift up. Plant your left hand. Bring your right arm up. Hinge it. Clip it outside the left thigh. Lift nice and high. Twist. Keep it going though. Keep your build. We have other days that also facilitate hotel style, small space style. Might not be a hotel, it might just be a ton of people in your home. All right, unwind. We're going to go spread eagle. Get those legs nice and wide. Toes are up. Walk your hands forward or set your hands behind your thighs if you need to lift up out of that pelvis. Like I said, let me know how those double unders went for you. Hopefully better than or as good as mine. Keeping positive thoughts. Thought about going outside, but you just never know what kind of noises might start happening. Okay, we're going to go into our pigeon. You can get there however you would like. I'm going to just kind of try to work my way around from this position, folding my left leg and facing in front of my mat. Get that pelvis squared off. I'm actually going to stay up a little higher today. Just like how that feels right there. I have my left shin a little bit closer to parallel to the front of the mat. Number 43. Just kind of connected with that. That's we're almost 3/4 of the way there. All right, push into those hands. Switch up your legs. Flex that front foot. Make sure those hips are squared off. Notice how different things feel one side to the other. As always, thank you for your feedback. It's helpful. I've been chatting with a few of you just on how to manage a couple moves that don't seem to quite work for your body, but adjusting those and figuring out why. Maybe working on a little bit more corrective exercise. So figuring out where we're tight, where we're weak, so that we can facilitate every move. Each person's move might look a little different just because of their makeup, how long extremities are, etc. But ultimately, okay, hit your downward facing dog and then walk your hands back. We'll hang over those legs a second. Ultimately, if you have your foundation muscle strong, your glutes, your core, pelvic floor, and your upper back, serratus muscles, you should be able to facilitate pretty much every move. Strong foundational muscles and also mobility through all those mobile joints. Okay, good job, everybody. Fantastic work with that body weight set, and I'll see you tomorrow.